Hey everybody, this is Dave from Growing the Home Garden. I just thought I'd give you a quick update on what's going on in the vegetable garden today. We're about to get some rain coming in real soon, so I'm going to try to do this real quick and short. But here I've got some snow peas, and you'll notice here they're starting to put out some flowers. So that's a good sign. We should start seeing some of them. And I've got it starting to climb on this yellow tomato cage, which is kind of a funny thing because these are never built for tomato cages. They're not strong enough or sturdy enough for anything but perhaps a small determinate type of tomato plant. But over here, and I don't know why I have that one stuck in there around the cilantro, but it is. And the cilantro is going to flower, which is a good thing because it'll attract all those pollinators. But I've got my next crop of cilantro down below growing up. We'll just pull this Johnson grass weed out of here. In the same bed, around the corner, we've got a row of snap peas that are doing great. And I've stuck in some bamboo shoots here so that I can use them for a trellis. And I'm thinking I'll probably weave through across between each one with some twine to give them some extra places to grab onto and climb up and just kind of create a wall of snap peas here. Here's the tomatoes I planted the other day. These are Amish paste tomatoes. They're looking okay. The grass clippings around them have all turned brown, so it's just a nice mulch for them. And then there's one more I planted over there, which I believe was yellow gooseberry. And that's kind of a cherry tomato. These are some peppers I started back in December. They're pretty good size right now. It's going to be a bit of a chore, but I'm going to try to separate them out and then plant them. And I'll do the deep planting just like what I do with tomato plants for them. You'll notice they've got a few little fruits on them already. But I'm picking those off and going ahead and eating them on sandwiches and things like that. Until they're in the ground, I really don't want to be encouraging a whole lot of the fruit growth. But anyway, I started them in December as just an experiment because I was bored one day and wanted to try planting some things. And I have had some jalapenos that were quite tasty out of them since then. But not a whole lot, just a few. So far we don't have any germination yet from the zucchini bed, but I'm expecting that soon. I've got 4 mounds. 2 of them are squash and 2 are zucchini. So looking forward to that happening here very soon. And over here in this bed, we are just now starting to get good germination from the carrots. See, there's a couple right there. There's a row of carrots going straight across here. And then next to them is a row of kale. So you see the little kale seedlings are starting to emerge right there. That'll be real pretty when they're all grown. It also tastes good too. I haven't yet begun to plant in earnest in the vegetable garden. I've still got all my tomatoes and peppers potted up in the greenhouse and still some on the heat mats in my garage. So I'm waiting on probably this weekend before I actually start putting most of it in. Just trying to make sure that the temperatures are good for them, that there's not going to be any kind of a cool dip. I don't think we're going to have any kind of a frost from here on out, but it's not the ideal conditions. It's really kind of weird. Usually we're warmer than what we have been this year. So we're back outside and I've got this red mustard that has self-sown itself out here. I had mustard out here in this patch, but it's kind of tasty. It's got a little bit of a spice tang to it. And then in this little raised bed here, the beets never really germinated all that well. I think the seed may have been old. But right here, the Daikon Radishes are looking pretty good. Got a few other radishes popping up on this side, just little ones right now. And who knows, we may end up seeing some beets pop up here before too long. We just have to wait and see. It may just be slow. I've had several slow seeds happen this year that I expected them to germinate a lot faster, and it took another week or 2 longer than they should have. Thought I'd show you this real quick. A lot of people grow figs, and this is a fig tree here that is starting to show some new growth coming from the base and the crown of the plant. Most of the stems here are dead. They're not really going to grow. And I never actually had this produce anything. I think it's in too shady of a location at the moment. But figs will make it through the winter here. A lot of times they get the top growth dying back and you have to restart it from the sprout. So hopefully maybe later this year I'll do a post on how to propagate fig trees, because it is extremely easy. It's a good one to do. If you have a nice sunny location, they'll grow well for you. Our blueberries are doing okay. Not all of them had a lot of flowers this year. I'm not sure exactly why, but the ones that do are loaded in berries, so I'm excited about that. So I hope you enjoyed this quick look around. Next up in my garden is I need to get beans planted. If you look behind me, I've got my finger in the right spot. That's the bean trellis that we're going to do. That's with all that bamboo I picked up a couple weeks ago. And so we'll have pole beans growing up, all of that. I've got some pre-started in the garage in pots, and so I may take those over there as starters, but then I might put them in another spot. I'm not entirely sure yet. But anyway, you know, it's all kind of whatever you want to do in the vegetable garden, whatever's going to work for you the best. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and there'll be more content coming forward on plant propagation and the vegetable garden as things grow. Thanks. Have a good one.